Children, playful, innocent, 1 in 5 in the U.S. struggling with hunger.
The federal government tells us that by the time a child reaches the age of 18, it will have a 1 out of every 2 chance of being on food stamps. So the federal government itself is telling us that half of all children will be on food stamps by the time they reach the age of 18.
On any given day, 1 in 4 children are on food stamps, and over 21% are living in poverty. For African American kids, that number jumps to 35%.
In a country with a government and a model that's focused on the well-being of its people, obviously its children would be a priority. But unfortunately, the United States is not a country with that kind of model.
Here you go, miss.
Food pantries like this one see parents barely keeping afloat financially, their paychecks not stretching to feed their children every day.
We're serving now almost 12,000 individuals per month, majority are children.
44% of single mothers in America are on food stamps, yet struggle to put food on the table.
I have 6 kids of my own, I have 15 grandkids, and it's rough. The food stamp is not enough. It's not enough money, so you got to go out there and struggle.
Getting food is a non-stop battle for these mothers.
A lot of people don't come out because of pride, but now even pride gets pushed aside when your children are hungry.
For these people, poverty is a growing pandemic.
I'm just afraid of what's going to happen to the next generation under me, under my kids. I'm just afraid because everything is falling apart. I get very angry because I feel like they're making the poor suffer.
The Voices of Poverty is a website showing many faces of American hunger.
God only knows how I survive with 3 girls, a 2-bedroom apartment, and trying to keep food in their mouths. Sometimes I go without eating just to feed them.
One of the things I found as I traveled around was just the sheer enormity of this, that this is a problem that is probably the single greatest economic challenge facing America, the vast numbers cascading into poverty. And that's just something that shouldn't exist in a country with all of the food resources that America has.
This New York school is one of many where more than half of students are eligible for free lunches in order to ensure the kids get at least 1 proper meal a day.
It is sad. It is sad, and I wonder when people are going to get it together.
Experts say the problem of hunger in the U.S. is more widespread than in other developed nations.
It's getting worse, it's not getting better, and this is a major crisis in this country because you look at countries like the United Kingdom or France, they have child poverty rates that are under 10%, yet in the United States it's now well over 20%.
Meanwhile, America is estimated to waste from a quarter to an entire half of all the food it produces. This Occupy Wall Street activist was homeless and underfed in his teens. He says times are much tougher now.
Just a few years ago, during the Bush era, I was like 17, 18. But the crazy thing about during that time, even though I was homeless, I was still able to find work.
A growing number of Americans say the time has come to bail out the people.
They were very quick to bail out Wall Street when Wall Street was in trouble, but Wall Street wasn't in danger of going hungry.
With 1 in 5 children in America facing hunger, brushing the elephant in the room aside cannot remain an option for the U.S. much longer, as the suffering children are not just missing out on meals, but their entire childhoods. Anastasia Churkina, RT, New York.